So I'm sitting here with our illustrious artistic team from the Schwabacher Summer Concert. This is Kathleen Kelly, our maestro for the event. Kathleen is formerly the Director of Musical Studies for the Houston Grand Opera Studio, as well as the same position she had at Vienna Staatsoper. And with her is Aria Umezawa, who is presently an Adler Fellow in our Adler Fellow program. She was in Merola a couple of years ago, and Aria is the first directing Adler Fellow in 15 years, so that means she's really something. Anyway, so here these two ladies are commanding this Schwabacher program, and it promised to be an exciting concert, I think. But I want you both to talk about, I also didn't mention, Kathy, you were also a graduate of Merola. You both came out of the Merola program. Let's hear it from Merola. Yes, yeah. Talk a little bit about your experience. I mean, or just in a few words, how do you think it impacted, where you are today?
Oh, it changed everything for me. I went to Arizona State University, and I was surrounded by a lot of great musicians, and we did operas there, but we didn't have any systematic training as pianists or as coaches. Mm-hmm. So the very first time that I ever ran into people who worked as coaches in opera houses and who interacted with the repertoire in that way, that was at Merola. So I was introduced to everything about the profession there.
Well, fantastic. Yeah. And Aria, as I said, for you, the first in 15 years to make it to the directing position. How did Merola influence you to this point?
I think, I had a lot of experience working with independent opera and with universities prior to coming to Merola. And when I still remember when I got the call, I remember thinking to myself, this is something huge. This is a big thing that's happening right now. And I think one of the, Merola was a whirlwind experience for me, but I think one of the main things that I got out of it was just the confidence to say, yes, this career is what I want, the confidence in my own artistic vision, my own skill set. And was around a lot of people who were really encouraging me to claim my artistry, if you will. Mm-hmm. And I think that was one of the invaluable things I got from Merola, was just this injection of confidence.
Mm-hmm. And Kathy, the transition from, I know you spend some of your life at the piano, but a lot of your life now is your conducting. And how does that transition feel like? How do those things happen?
What I love about the chance that opera has afforded me is the chance to shepherd something from the coaching room to the stage. That's something that used to be part of the profession always. It isn't always part of the conducting profession now, because the way people sort of make their way to podia is a little bit different now. Mm-hmm. But that was a very big part of the San Francisco tradition. There are a whole raft of conductors who started in the Merola program as coaches and found their way forward from there. And that's a very old and sainted tradition. And I think there's something about, you know this too, because you do the same thing, to learn the repertoire at the piano with singers, breathing with singers, and working in that kind of detail on the text and the drama, that informs you in a way that isn't replaceable.
Absolutely. Yeah.